what's up, y'all? Naturegirl 30 here, and this is another review of Girl Meets World with Girl Meets Permanent Record. I like this episode. I really enjoyed it because it shows me that things are going to be different in high school. And the main crew, they're trying to adjust. And the one thing that makes me happy is that you finally feel like that Smackle and Zay are actually included into the main fours group. And they're also trying to adjust with how things are being different. We have Lucas that's used to being an all-star, all kinds of sports, all-around jock, to where he is barely struggling to even get on a team in high school. And you got Zay being the all-star. Then you have Maya that's always a rebel, constantly getting in trouble and not making good grades. And Riley is pretty much the latter in middle school. But then it's in reverse to where Maya actually made an A in the Spanish class. And you have Riley that's struggling to even know the words for Spanish. And then you have Farkle, who prides himself of actually being the genius. And now he is secondary to his ex-arch nemesis, current girlfriend, or maybe both, Smackle. Now, I kind of like this dynamic. I like the change in, I mean, I actually do like the switch. I do enjoy that. I love seeing Maya excel. She's the chick that I'm definitely rooting for. And I'm hoping that she gets everything and more that's coming to her. And not that I don't want much for Riley, but it seems like Riley kind of came in that mode to thinking that everything is going to fall into place, but not realizing that you're going to have to, that things are going to be changing the more you grow up. And it's going to probably take a minute for her to understand growing up, while Maya has already experienced it. And it seemed like she's actually welcoming the change. And she actually enjoys it, because I think a part of her never thought she could ever get an A. But seeing how she's able to get an A in Spanish, is able to pick up the language so well, I hope that she does do better. The same thing with Zay. Zay has always been the troublemaker, and he really has always been the voice of reason in some parts of, in some episodes. He's always been the voice of reason, which shows that this guy actually does have a lot of character. But seeing how he was actually the all-star and secondary to Lucas, Lucas is secondary to him, I think that's great. I really do. I actually do love the switch. But the one thing that I admire the most about this episode were the teachers. The Spanish teacher wanted to challenge them and didn't want to have it come easy, because she wanted them to work at it, and she wanted them to actually do well for the 4 years they'll be in high school. And honestly, I admire that. I do. And I'm not saying that there's not a lot of good teachers around, but there are good teachers that are like that. And I love seeing teachers that challenge their students because they want their students to do well. Corey's still struggling with that. He's still struggling with middle school, and actually his method of teaching worked in middle school, but he's probably going to have to do a few tweaks and arrangements in high school. And he's adjusting to that. Everybody's going through adjustments. Everybody is changing. Not just the main six, but the adults as well. And even Augie is going through a lot of issues adjusting to second grade. Everybody's going through their changes. Well, except for Topanga. She's Topanga! Well, other than that, I do like it. I like the fact that everybody is going through their personal struggles, but they're not giving up. Just like how Riley didn't give up. And one interesting thing is, you saw Farkle come through the window and actually talk to Riley about what she was going through, and not only that, how he felt about Smackle being like smarter than him, and how Riley felt about not passing Spanish. It seems like that they were that was an interesting thing, having him come through the window and having them talk, other than having Maya come through the window. And I enjoyed that, and I actually did admire the fact that Riley didn't give up, and she actually got an A- after that whole thing. But other than that, I'm not going to explain the entire episode for you guys. I will say this. I like the challenges that the main six are facing. I like the challenges that the adults are facing. Especially Corey and Topanga are literally having to go through the fact that their kids are growing up, as well as the fact that they go through challenges too, and they want to help them. But then Topanga's the only person that kind of understands that a good challenge is a good challenge. A good challenge pushes you forward, but she is a lawyer after all. But other than that, I love this episode. I love the direction it's going, and I love what they're doing with it. I will say this, one major gripe. We have not seen anyone from Boy Meets World yet. Not one person in this entire season. I know it is early, but it would be nice to see somebody, Sean, anyone, at least have Maya's mom involved in this. The one thing that I will look forward to the most is not have Maya adopt Riley's family. I would love to see Maya's mom and Maya somehow become more of a family unit. I know it's just those two, but it will be great to see that than her adopting Maya's family, because we've already seen how Maya's mom is. She's struggling, doing the best she can. We don't really see much of her. It would really be nice if we actually do see a lot more of her and a lot more family coming together. I know I said the same thing about Riley for my previous review, which makes me happy that we actually did see the family come together and them actually be parents towards Riley in this episode. I'm hoping the same thing happens with Maya, and I'm hoping we might see a few more characters from Boy Meets World that might come in this season. I know it's early to tell, it's early to say, but I'm hoping that we might see them. They changed their mind before I actually saw on the internet that Josh was supposed to be the guide while he's going through college, but we haven't even seen Josh yet. They might change things around the drop of a dime, so we really don't know what's going to happen. But other than that, guys, this was a great episode, but I hope that next time, and somehow maybe a few episodes down the line, we will finally see someone from the old Boy Meets World show. It will be great. But other than that, guys, I want to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment in the comment section below, or just leave a comment in the comment section below about your personal thoughts about A Girl Meets Permanent Record, and let me know how you feel about this episode, whether you liked it or you didn't. I liked it, I enjoyed it, but I hope that we have a little bit of a nostalgia factor moving on down the line, because this is a continuation of Boy Meets World. If it was just its own show, I would say something different, but it's a continuation, so we should see somebody from the old show that, you know, kind of move the whole plot along. But that's just me. That's just me and wishful thinking. But other than that, that's my thoughts. Naturegirl 30 signing off. Peace out. Later.